What's going on, everybody? This is Dale from Upstate Bets and DFS. I'm here with my partner Riaz, and we're bringing you a 10-game slate for NBA. Unfortunately, all the games have not been posted yet, but there's a couple here that have caught our eye, so we figured we put a video out. I don't know why it takes forever for these lines to come out, maybe as the year progresses, and I know PrizePicks is still a little bit newer, so maybe we'll start to see them get the lines out earlier, but whatever. So either way, there's a couple that we definitely like, and we want to give you guys as much information as we can. And these videos have been doing awesome, so thank you for all the support. And Riaz is just going to kick us off here. Riaz, who do you like?
Yeah, we'll start off here with the points. I'm gonna go to center, Wendell Carter Jr. He averages a decent amount of points. Not anything crazy. I think he averaged around 12, 13 last year. He's sitting at 10.5. I think this game is going to be pretty close. He's on a different team. He's on the Orlando Magic, but he's still a starter, which is good. 10.5 is pretty low for someone who gets a lot of tip backs. Um, so not much I can really say on it. I just honestly like centers who play a bunch of minutes, get tip backs, a lot of rebounds, and has a lot of opportunity to score.
Yeah, so this game is a little bit difficult for me. I just I don't know. If anyone, I kind of like Randall there, and just because how many minutes he plays. Other than that, besides for that game, you got. I mean, in that game you have two rookies, Wagner and Suggs. Um, I think Suggs is at a fair spot, but obviously like that backcourt is a little crowded. But Suggs did play a decent amount of minutes last game, so we'll see what goes on there. Just not comfortable with really any of these lines right now, besides for the Wendell Carter. I like that, and in Mo Bamba, honestly, in the same situation as you were saying, Riaz, just like a center. He's going to play a good amount of minutes and gets a lot of those tip backs and whatnot. So another guy that jumps right out is the LaMelo Ball line. Had a great game last time. Definitely a high scoring game against the Pacers, but I don't see this. I don't see any reason why this game's not going to be high scoring. I actually like LaMelo and Sexton both hitting the over. So I don't know if you like either of those two.
Yeah, I like the Lamelo Ball more than the Colin Sexton one. Just on the sole fact that if Rozier doesn't play, Lamelo Ball's usage is just going to be through the roof like it was last game. But me and my setters, I'm going to go back to another one, and that is Nikolai Vuchevich. We talked a little bit about him on the Fire Five. Definitely go check that out if you guys are DFS players. But he shot the ball 21 times last game, which is pretty crazy. Honestly, if he would have just made way more than seven, he would have hit this line easily. And I see him getting to the line more here and scoring more. Even with that, not that great of a performance shooting wise, he still had 15 points, and I think he has a breakout game here against the Pelicans.
Yeah, definitely as a guy too who can step out and hit the three. Um, so he shot four threes last game, so that's definitely a lot of good upside. Uh, but we jumped down a little bit, but I just want to touch on that Cleveland game. I love Jared Allen too at 12. I think that's just an awesome spot for like a center to target too if you're into centers. I just like Jared Allen as a player as well. I think he's gonna be a good impact to this team. I don't think they're gonna do much, but I mean, they could be competitive in a lot of games this year. So Allen at 12, over 12 is I like too, and Jaylen Brown he had an awesome game last time. I know it went into double OT, but I think that's going to be where a lot of people are looking at that Jaylen Brown line, and I can't blame him, man. I think that's an awesome, especially uh, you know, I would take it in a flex. I mean, in a power play, um, it's got me a little nervous. But I don't know. I'm not no shots at Jaylen Brown. I mean, awesome player, but um, let's just see if he can keep that up for a couple weeks. You know what I'm saying? Before we start just like peppering him at like over 25, and then OG Anunoby. He's honestly one of my contenders for most improved this year. I think he's got an awesome opportunity there in Toronto to be kind of like a number one or maybe a number two to Siakam if you want to put it that way. Um, But yeah, I like OG over there, but 16 is a tad high, but I like his usage over there. And then a couple lower guys. Um, if you got anyone else in that Chicago New Orleans game, or you want to look at that OKC and Houston game.
We can look at that OKC Houston game. Kevin Porter Jr., 15 and a half. We saw him just have crazy performances all last year. Um, Pretty much the same lineup besides Green, the rookie, coming in and kind of helping him out a little bit. But he's one of those guys that he had troubles coming into the league. Um, didn't really want to be in Cleveland. Finally, had a team that he likes. John Wall's still out. He's still gonna have all the usage, all the volume and shots. I think this is just way too low for someone who can shoot the three, drive, kind of do it all.
Yeah, it's not like it's at like 21, 22. I think 15 is actually like a really nice spot for that. I love Shea and I love Josh Giddey. I think Shea's is at an awesome spot for a game that has a high game total. It's going to be fast paced. So I think Shea's in just as the number one. He literally is the number one guy in OKC. So I think that's just pretty low for someone that's a number one option. So I like him there. And Giddy, he's a rookie, but he's got some promise, man. I like him. He was a Australian player. I believe he was a MVP in Australia. Um, not saying everyone hypes up every foreigner to kind of be like the next Luka. I don't know if he's that type of player, but I think he's got some upside, man. I think nine's pretty low for him as well. So if you want to touch on anyone else in the points category, we can. But if not, let's jump to rebounds, Rios.
Yeah, let's jump to rebounds.
I know you like centers in this category. First one I see is Mo Bamba at 7.5. I think just in terms of volume, I think that's a fair spot. We'll see. Evan Mobley's a rookie. We'll see some flashes of him. And then Allen too at 9.5. I think is a little low. I think he's gonna be a double double guy consistently. So anyone else jump out at you?
I don't know if I'm touching those. I know it's too early to go like based on one game, but Bamba, I think he had 4 rebounds. Jared Allen had 4, so that's kind of tough to get at. One guy that I do like. I'll go back to a center. Same guy I had for my points is Nikolai Vuchevich. I think I messed it up his last name this time, but that's okay.
No,
Um,
it's his the Nikola. I think it's Nikola. Yeah, Nikola Vucevic.
so, but 12, 12, he had 15 last game. I think he's going to average probably about 15 boards a game. Uh, he's got Lonzo, who likes to grab the boards. But other than that, DeRozan doesn't really look to grab any rebounds, and Zach Levine's hit or miss on that, and he's just going to collect all of them.
See where I'm at with Vucevic. I think that this might be a spot where he might only get 8 this game, and this comes back down. Now if they're doing it based on averages, it comes down to like 9.5, and then the next spot we're gonna be hammering the over. So like I'm not saying he's an inconsistent rebounder. I'm just saying like if this is a spot where like he might only get 6 to 7. I mean, there's some good rebounders on this team. Like you said, Lonzo's a good, he's just a good all around point guard in my opinion. But he's an awesome rebounder for his position. And then like guys like just like Levine and DeRozan just kind of snag him here and there. So um, I don't know. I like the line for sure. I keep switching back to points on my laptop for some reason, but yeah, I like the line for sure. Um, but it's not something I would take the under on. But I don't know if I'm going to be peppering it. Joe Val's on a new team. He's just a rebound god. So if you want to be looking at there, I don't blame you. Some other guys a little bit lower. Christian Wood is a guy who gets a shit ton of rebounds. He's an awesome rebounder. He's at 10 flat. I can see him getting over. Not an under that I like, but I think if you want to put it in a flex, I think over there is not a bad look either. So, anyone
Yeah,
else?
I'm right there with you. I like Baisley. He grabs a ton of boards every single game, and 7.5 is a good line for him. I mean, he's not always a double double, but more than not, he's got 10 rebounds, 10 points. So I do like this Darius Baisley line.
So let's hop over to assists, man. We always say rebounds is kind of the hardest to determine. So assists starts to get a little bit easier to project. Again, just with the centers, man. I mean, you see it often. Vucevic he had 4 assists last game, and he's at 3.5 here. I think he has the potential to hit that again. So I like him at 3.5, and I think Ball also going against his old team. I think he's definitely going to get over that 5.5 as well. So, anyone else?
Yeah, yeah, I'm right there with you. You touched on him earlier. Gillisley Alexander, 4.5 seems a little low for the guy who kind of handles the ball majority of the game. Uh, we saw him have two against the Utah Jazz. That was kind of a lopsided game. You can't really go off that, but I think this is a game where OKC is gonna turn it around, and I think Shea is just gonna have an awesome game.
Yeah, anyone else too? Anyone else at that category? If you want to target another center, Allen, he's at 1.5. But everyone else here, I mean, maybe Porter, or maybe someone like Tatum. Just from minutes and having the ball is really, just really anywhere else. That's pretty much just where I'm looking. If there's someone that catches your eye, just uh, you go ahead.
Uh, Devon, Devonte Graham, I mean, point guard for the Pelicans now. Not a bad spot for him playing Chicago. He had five exactly um, last time, so the line's pretty much going by what happened last game. So I don't. He's not in a great spot, but I'd love to see him get a double double or something crazy. So he's not going to get him rebounding. So assist is where he's going to get that.
So we'll jump to 3 pointers made. This is pretty shallow right here on my end. I only got 8 guys, unfortunately. But if there's anyone that I like particularly, I like Sexton. I think Sexton's gonna have a pretty good game. I think he's gonna have a pretty good year, to be honest. But it could go either way. He could have an off year and be on the trading block, or he could have a pretty solid year. But I think he's just an awesome scorer. I like him at 1.5. Um, Maybe someone like Van Vliet shoots a couple of them. This game could be pretty close. I think Toronto's a team that um, is going to be competitive. I don't know if they're going to be a playoff team. They're just a team that's either going to be like a fifth seed, or they're just going to be like one of like the bottom teams. Like I just don't know what to get out of Toronto this year, but um, pretty much the Celtics guys are a toss up for me, and then like pretty much just like Sexton I like, and then Fournier shoots a bunch of them too. So
I don't mind those top two whatsoever, and Evan and Sexton. I'll probably have a little exposure to both of those. The one that really stood out to me was the Tatum three. Uh, I'll definitely have that over. He didn't have that great of a shooting night. He only made two threes last time, and I think that kind of helps us out here by getting a low three for him. I think this game is going to be close. So he's going to be shooting the ball more. His volume's already ridiculous. He's got free range to shoot threes, and I think he takes advantage here.
yeah, so that's all there is for categories and players as of right now. Things will start to update, and you guys have been pretty good at writing in the comment section about what you like, and anything that you want us to give feedback on. So we enjoy that. I like when you guys comment. Also, the Twitter will be linked in the description if you want to go check that out. You can write us on there as well. Sometimes we post some free lines on there. So last minute, if you're scrambling for something, go check that out, and hopefully you can win a little bit of cash off that too. So here we are. This is Prize Picks. We're going to keep continuing to do these. Also, check out our DFS videos. We drop Fire Fives daily. So if you guys want to go check those out, go ahead, and we'll see you on the next one. Peace.